Charlemagne, we live. We live, Charlemagne. We live, Charlemagne. All right, we live. We live, doggies. We live, nigga. We live, nigga. All right, man. What's going on, everybody? Well, what's going on? Nobody. Ain't nobody watching. But yeah, man. Back for some reviews. I think like the last 2 weeks has been pretty interesting when it came to come to like movies and stuff like that. Uh, very intrigued about some of the movies that I watched this week. From indie, from like all the way to different countries. Well, I only one Mandarin movie, but yeah, for the most part, it's been pretty good. Been pretty good. I'm gonna go to it now. Oh yeah, me uh let me use this. Okay, okay, I don't got no I don't got no craziness on my search engine. Um, yeah, so it's been pretty good for movies this last 2 weeks. I was very intrigued about some of the about some of the about some of the movies that I was able to see. From Eddington, Fantastic Four. I saw this movie called, I think it's called Two Cool Fish or some shit like that. Hold on, let me see. Yep, A Cool Fish Too. Actually, we can start with this one. This movie was very interesting. It's a Mandarin movie. It says here's a comedy, crime, and drama. I wouldn't necessarily call it a crime, but it's definitely a drama comedy. Um, and I say a little bit of romance. I don't know why they didn't add romance, but it's definitely like some sort of romance into it. And it's about this guy. So the movie is crazy. The movie starts off as this guy who's basically staging a sitting in the middle of this television station that is like basically like losing a lot of business. Like it's losing a lot of money, and well, it's not making any money actually, because I don't think they haven't made any type of like a really good TV show in a while. And this guy, let me see his name. Senjin, um, he makes these light up um these light up signs, you know what I'm saying, like for businesses. And he made a lot for this television company, but they haven't paid him. And the reason why he was able to even get this deal was because of his ex-girlfriend, who is like the director of the television station. So like the piece of shit he is, he set up like this sit-in to basically douse himself in gasoline and threaten to kill himself, like to light himself on fire. So in the beginning, you don't know. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They just throw you into this world. You know what I'm saying? And the lady also, because I'm thinking it's a scam, but the lady actually has some type of direction to the television station, so she doubts herself too. But she only do it to kind of scare him as well. You know what I'm saying? Like from doing something so stupid, right? So the movie starts out like just on fire already. You know what I'm saying? And he's like highly upset. Like he's yelling. Oh, what the? Okay, he's yelling. He's like he's furious. So um so after that whole scuffle or fiasco, or whatever, they go and he eventually calms down and they go eat at this like this local fish market, right? So they're having this conversation, like in this dialogue, you kind of he's like being very ungrateful. He's like, he's only caring about money. He's like scolding her, telling her, why would you let me do all of these signs if I'm not going to get paid? And she's like, you wouldn't have this if it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I pay for everything in your life. You know what I'm saying? And she was just very upset, and that's the reason why they kind of broke up, was because he's like this leech who doesn't own anything, doesn't have anything, and just cares about money. And you can tell like she really loves this dude because she do anything for him, and he doesn't really care about her. So as this everything is going on, um someone gets killed. Like there's like a full on terrorist attack happening, and everybody, and it's like, and it happens so fast. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the next minute they're talking, and then the other minute like they're like this, everyone's getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like this huge terrorist attack happening, and they're just running away trying to figure out what's going on, and I'm like, man, is she gonna die? Is he gonna die? Like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And um yeah, they're just basically running around like trying to escape, and like literally everyone's dying in front of them. And there was so many incidents where it was like, oh my god, there's no way you know what I'm saying? There's no way they got away with that. You know what I'm saying? So he eventually um he eventually runs into this like this like small little movie theater, and basically plays dead, right? And uh like I said, it's very weird. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never really watched a movie like this. You know what I'm saying? Like this movie is just very, but it's weird in a good way. Because I like, again, like I didn't expect any of this. So I'm going into the movie. I'm not expecting that this was going to happen. So he eventually gets caught. The girls get caught, and I was thinking to myself when it was just happening, I was like, there's no way she's alive. You know what I'm saying? But of course she's alive. So they get captured, and so I'm thinking this is like this like communist party that is basically holding what they think is television executives ransom in China, no, in Taiwan, to get money from them, from the I guess rich television station. So they're basically kidnapped. They're on this like this. They take them to this island where you have like this evil, like this radical tyrant. Let me see the name. There's no like Okay, yeah. So this movie is like really. Let me see. Yeah. So let me go to this. Yeah. So that's the ex that's the ex girlfriend, and she's Suki Rin, and Chen Senjin. Okay, his name is Chen Senjin. His name is Zheng Yu. It's a pretty good cast. I'm trying to see I forgot what the evil dictator name. I wish they had his picture, but anyway, so and he playing the part very well, like the terrorist leader. Like he plays it very well. Hopefully, you probably see it here. Let me see. Um, I think you're gonna actually see. Let me see. Let me see if you actually see it here. It's really good. This movie is really good. Hold on. I'm just trying to see. They in a little fish market. Like, see the you know. Oh, they don't show the leader. Okay. Well, so they're on this island, and they finally meet the leader of like this radical like group. You know what I'm saying? That's just like kidnapping people. And again, he plays it very well. Like he's very believable. You know, like you can understand why Chin was so frightened. Because everybody plays everybody. This is one guy who has like the shades on, and um, when he went into the theater to play dead, that dude came in and was like killing people, like finishing people off. And so when we got to him, he kind of hesitated, and I'm gonna explain why I'm saying these things I'm saying, like the hesitation part, why I thought the woman would be dead after, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like it like they didn't have no mercy. They was just killing everybody, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of hesitated on him, and the guy was able to get up and kick him in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. So um so he kicks him in the nuts, ran. Oh, okay. So back to the island because we're only at the island. I'm sorry. Um when you get to the island, there's a few choices that he makes that's very crucial, you know, and they're kind of giving him choices, which is also weird. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not really trying to kill him because this guy, and I'm like, why ain't I able? Why? I don't understand. Like, why is he so important? But then you realize the big plot twist. To all of this is that this is not a real hostage takeover. This is not a real kidnapping. All of this was set up and staged for a television show that the ex-girlfriend created to basically get back at her ex and also save the television show, save the studio. And I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, wow. I was like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like they did all of that just for this. And it was a smash hit. So as the story continues, you know, there's things happen in the story where, you know, the choices that he's making actually I'll leave it like this. The choices that he's making actually is making him a better man. So um I really love the concept. It was a breath of fresh air to be honest with you, because you know, I never really saw a movie like this. And I thought it was good. I thought the acting was good. Um I'm not going to tell you like the other scenes, but like that was basically like I know that's a spoiler. I don't give a damn. But that was like the basis of the movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I thought everybody basically acted their asses off. Um, there wasn't no maybe in the middle a little bit. I was getting a little bored. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it was really good. You know, when you meet the director, when you meet the you meet the director, you meet the program director, you meet like the operational manager of the television studio. She's also a woman, and it was really good. It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed myself watching that movie. I give that movie personally 8.5. I thought that movie was really really good. Probably one of, I ain't gonna say it's one of my favorite movies of 2025, but it's definitely, I definitely put it in like my ten, top 10, or like maybe 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the movie was really good. I recommend everybody go watch it. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. I don't know how to rewind it, but yeah. So that movie was really good. Um, I'll be honest. I want to talk about editing. Now, this movie right here. Listen, I'm I'm gonna save some. I'm gonna save some for the podcast um later. But I really want to talk about people and just people movie takes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're in a time where if you're not, I'm trying to word this so it would be fresh for later. But I just say this, man. Like, I feel like I feel like people really don't know good cinema. You know what I'm saying? Like, people really don't go. I feel like people who's going to watch movies now are just are just casuals. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have an agenda when you're watching a movie. I believe you can. I believe you can go literally watch a movie because a woman is fine, and you like that movie because in that movie your favorite actress look good or your favorite actor look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a pretentious person where I feel like you like a movie needs to teach me something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that at all. I think you can literally go and watch a movie. There's movies that I like that's just the aesthetic is just like pleasing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love the aesthetic. You know? There's movies that I like where um like Baps. Like, I love that Baps movie that came out with Robert Townsend. Like, I just love the aesthetic of it. It don't even have to be like it was a good movie. It wasn't a good movie, but the movie was aesthetically pleasing to me. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't understand why, especially like this day and age of moviegoers. And we're gonna talk about a little bit more detail. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we're supposed to be talking about like our the moviegoers that we hate, and there's so many of y'all, man. It's so different, and because I don't understand why editing is receiving some of the negative comments that it's receiving. I feel like if you're able to put out this movie that don't literally that is more of an observational piece rather than showcasing your agenda or showcasing some sort of like political where you're politically at, at the time. I feel like editing is a really good period piece that gives you a a almost um reality of that time. You know what I'm saying? Um, I watched this movie 3 times. I watched the movie about 3 times in the movie theaters, and every time I learned some, I get something from it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand why it's receiving so much. It's like you can call it whatever you want. If you feel like it's if you feel like it's nuance, if you like there's no nuance to it, if you feel like it's surface level, overall it's a good fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? Let's start with Joaquin Phoenix. This is the best thing I've seen Joaquin Phoenix in. Period. If you want to say the Joker, I don't know why you say the Joker, but if you want to say the Joker, that's fine. But this is the best. This is probably one of Joaquin Phoenix best character um depiction. You know what I'm saying? In a movie. I don't understand. Um, him and Pedro Pascal make such a great combination. Their chemistry is through the roof. There's not a single part in this movie where they slopped. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like you can tell um they're two veterans. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell, I'm happy for Pedro Pascal. Like I remember my first time seeing Pedro Pascal was in Narcos. That's why I know Pedro Pascal from when he played the detective. And he was fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? So so this movie have so much, and Ari Aster is one of those directors that he loves minimalism. You know what I'm saying? He loves saying a lot without saying too much, and I feel like this is exactly like on the surface level. He created a satire comedy, um hybrid, basically a hybrid of about a man basically like this losing his mind. You know what I'm saying? Not only him, but the society that's around him, the people that's around him. You know what I'm saying? Losing their mind through social media, through political right wing views, and then you have the other side who's losing their mind on political left leaning views. These are things that's not only that happened at that time, but it's still happening now. After COVID, I do feel like people kind of lost their way a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see it now. Like I was just seeing. I don't want to talk. I ain't gonna talk about that. But um, I think Joaquin Phoenix, he plays this character named Joe Manzana or something like that. Joe Cross. I'm sorry, Joe Cross. And I feel like it started off so perfectly. You know what I'm saying? He's in his car, and he doesn't have he has the mask down, and these two cops come along and tell him like to put the mask on because you fucking us up. And he's like arguing because he's not really for the ass. He's like it starts off as him being, I'm thinking he's like this like free thinker. You know what I'm saying? That was the word that was created during uh the whole MAGA movement, like free thinkers. Well, Kanye, I think Kanye West coined that term, free thinker. And maybe he did, I'm not sure. Um and you know this watching Joaquin Phoenix play this character, like he had it down to a T. You know what I'm saying? Because at the beginning, you know that he has certain crazy views about what's going on, but it's very minimum at the beginning. It's very subtle at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Cross doesn't really throw it in your face at the beginning of the movie. So, you know, but usually the people, well, I mean, to be honest with you, both right and left leaning people, saying have a problem with authority, which was crazy because you would think that, and I'm not saying like left leaning as of like normal left. I'm talking about radical left. Radical left and radical right are somehow now intertwining with each other, sharing similar political views. Like it's crazy. But anyway, um, you couldn't tell at the beginning what his views were. It was just he hated wearing the mask. For me, it's for me. And maybe people understood. I didn't. I wasn't. Maybe I'm not that bright, right? So as the movie progressed, you now get a sense of his family, right? Like you get his wife played by Emma Stone, which I thought was masterful in his story. I know a lot of people were saying like, oh, she didn't have much airtime. This is the problem, man. Like the movie's not about her. You know what I'm saying? Like the movie is about Joe Cross. Joe Cross is the main character. Joe Cross personality gives you like he's have main character syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Like he even because of his little incident with I forgot the dude's name. I forgot his name. The old guy, his old guy played in it. I forgot his name, but even even with the older statesman where he kind of saves him, you know what I'm saying? He gives an idea to run for mayor in the movie. But before I get to that, I want to so um you introduce we see his wife. His wife is a little off. We can tell. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a little off. At the beginning of the movie, she's watching this guy. She's watching Vernon Jefferson, but she turns it off when he comes into the house, and it's played by Austin Butler. And I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of Austin Butler. I think he's a terrible actor. However, he played you see, when you have the right director, you get a better actor. That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? And Austin Butler played this guy to the T. He was good, really good. You know what I'm saying? Really, really good. Because Vernon Jefferson is a great character. And again, you don't get a lot of him. However, you don't need a lot of him. His parts of the movie, his role in the movie was perfect. He's like a pawn. I feel like Ari Aster is really good. Like his movies is always, it's like a chess game. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at Ari Aster. Like he's playing chess with his movies. And and all of these pawns, even though they're pawns, they play a vital role in chess. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I felt like with Austin Butler's character, Emma Stone's character, Michael Ward's character, um, um, Matt Gomez, Matt's character, Matt Hadaka. The only person that I felt like was, you know, didn't really mean much was Brian, who was played by Cameron Mann. I feel like he was a little bit like we didn't really need that. However, I understood the satire to it, you know. He was basically not really like it was well, whatever. I'm gonna get to him later, but hey, I'll keep going off topic. So you have Emma Stone, who is this very uh dysfunctional woman who has a dysfunctional mother. Now her mother plays a vital role too because her mother is a huge conspiracy like enthusiast. You know what I'm saying? Like she believed everything, every conspiracy, and she at the beginning didn't really like Joe Cross because she felt like Joe Cross, for one, didn't wasn't able to save her husband, which she worships, and two, um, is and is and because she doesn't really like Joe Cross, even his authority she doesn't really respects. You know what I'm saying? And the daughter is very nuanced because she has like psychological trauma about being um essayed. And we don't throughout the story don't really know until Joe Cross asked that question. We still really don't know, but we kind of assumed after Joe Cross asked that question about um her about her father is the one doing that instead of, because throughout the town her mother suggested that Ted Garcia, who was played by Pedro Pascal, was the one that basically essayed her. You know what I'm saying? um so she's kind of twisted up into this world where she's very have a strong hate for authority, have a strong hate for PDF files, and there's people who are like in that evil black market world. And basically she meets a guy off the internet who's the exact same, you know what I'm saying? And her mother actually takes her to the event, you know what I'm saying? But all of this stuff is happening, but it's happening so like fast, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I really appreciate that because that's kind of an imitation of life, you know what I'm saying? Like things don't come at you, things are not so important, like, you know what I'm saying? Like things pile up, and then you get a clusterfuck of someone losing a grip on reality. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it happens. It doesn't happen where everything is important, everything got to be shown, and everything got to be like so important and emphasized. You know what I'm saying? And um, that's what I felt like. Kind of Mike. I love Mike Seaton, but that's what I felt like Mike Seaton was kind of getting at in like his like review. It felt like he just wanted more, and he wanted more detailing. And this movie is not that. This movie is not supposed to be, it's not supposed to throw everything at you of everything being important. Like that's how I feel like this movie was so great because he added so many pieces, because that's kind of like the world we was in. You know what I'm saying? Like the world of a lot of, especially like the people that's around him, like everybody around him was mostly like conspiracy, right wing, conservative people who was this being, you know, very parasocial and very like internet brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's all you can really do. You couldn't really go out and it was more so like even like the kids, like they were like very internet brain, watching all of these disasters happen and tragedies of George Floyd and all of these, black people being um killed, and kind of like in a sense becoming lost in themselves as a white person, you know what I'm saying? And having this white guilt, which is annoying, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like that was the thing that was happening, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just felt like he put all the pieces together to create this, I wouldn't say a masterpiece, but like create like a really good depiction of the COVID era, you know, even um Ted Garcia's character, who was in a sense, very respectful, you know what I'm saying, and very appreciated as mayor, However, he was doing some shisty stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Being and then again, people didn't really like him because of his. Some people like, especially Joe Cross, mother-in-law, like she didn't really like him um because of his um, being a sellout to big businesses and big corporations that come in to kind of help the city grow. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really think that. They thought that there's a lot of like uh data centers and stuff like that I looked up that when they go into these small cities, they kind of fuck up the basically like the environment. They fuck up the water supply and the electricity because they need a lot of it for these data centers. And it was just such a far out movie. You know what I'm saying? It was like a GTA game. That's what it reminded me of, like a GTA Western. Like I feel like you could have put this in like I feel like if this was like a video game, like it would be twice as good. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. It was just like you're just watching all of this madness happen. And it had a lot of funny moments to it. And I just felt it was a very it was more than just solid. Like it was a very really good movie. I took a lot from it. And again, I don't like little pretentious level. Like I took from it that, just watching a man and and that's what I kind of, to be honest with you, I'm very influenced by Ari Aster because a lot of movies that I write is kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not really a moral to the story. Like there's like it's like a bleak fate. You know what I'm saying? And you know um but the two people who really stood out in this movie was Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal. You know what I'm saying? They stood out in the movie. And before all of that, you have like um this homeless man who's introduced in like throughout the movie, and the he's kind of like the bad apple. He's kind of like the thing that kind of just started all of this. You know what I'm saying? And it was a really good movie, man. It was a really good movie, really good pacing. It's a slow burn, but that's all of Ari Aster's movies. Is all slow burns. Like even in Midsommar, you know, um, Cameron, the Brian character reminded me of the character in Midsommar that took them to the like the farmland. You know what I'm saying? Like took them to, I don't know where they went. They went to, I don't know if they went to the Netherlands. I'm not sure, but took them to the farmland with the cult people. You know what I'm saying? Like he reminded me of that character because you know he's basically doing all of this for a woman, and then becomes when he actually uh gets recognition by the right wing, he basically becomes the right wing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just doing it for validation. And it was like I said, it was a really good movie, man. Like I don't really understand the prop. I thought Michael Ward, I thought he was really good in the movie. Um, am I missing anything? Because I don't want to give too much. Like, oh, I hated Eric Garcia in the movie. I'm so glad he got shot. I'm so glad he got killed. You know what I'm saying? Like I hated that. I really hated Eric Garcia in the movie because he was just such, like, people talk about the homeless dude, but people don't talk about Eric Garcia. He was a cancer too. He was a cancer. He was a cancer in the movie too. But because he wasn't fucking homeless and he was like a quote unquote good kid, you know what I'm saying? Like he was a troublemaker too. He took the girl from Brian, you know what I'm saying? Like he I think it was it was her. Yeah, she played Sarah. She took Sarah from Brian. Brian was trying to get with her, but then Eric steps in and like playing him like he was a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? He was a piece of shit dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have his homie back. He didn't have nobody's back. Like his agenda was just to get with the girl. After talking shit about her. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like these characters that he creates, like it's just so it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like and they're interested. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in this movie was just so interested. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get a lot of movies like that. And for me, I give this a 9. This is a 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like um I don't get the negative, like I don't get the negative to it. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I guess because of political, like when you make a political movie nowadays, it's like if you're not feeding into people's agendas, then it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? But if you're making just an observational comedy movie about the situation, you're still terrible because if you're not showing your, I feel like if you're not showing your political views on the matter, then it's a waste of time. But it's like, come on, bro. Like I don't, that's the reason why I like Ari Aster because he doesn't display his political views. You don't know what the hell he thinks. You know what I'm saying? All you know is his observations, and people just going up based off that. And so yeah, I fuck with this movie, man. I feel like this movie was really good, and yeah, Ari Aster strikes again, man. Ari Aster strikes again. What was a movie that I watched? Let me see. I want to see what I saw, bro. What the hell? Okay. Oh, I know what you did last summer. I'm not even gonna waste my time with that. That was fucking terrible. That was terrible. They should have just made a Scooby Doo or some shit like that. Um. Oh, I gotta talk about Sorry Baby. I talked about Sorry Baby the last time, but I don't think I put out that review. Oh, I want to talk about Sorry Baby. Um, this was a what do you call it? What do you call this movie? A dark comedy. It's like a dark comedy drama movie. With subtle humor. It's not really like in your face humor because that would be sick. But it's basically like a dry, dark comedy movie. And what I gotta say about this movie is, for one, um, Ava Victor plays Agnes, and Naomi Aki plays Liddy. These are basically like the main characters in the movie, the main character support characters in the movie. Um, and it's about this woman who it's about this woman who's basically in this college program, and she's basically like a writer, and she gets put in this situation where a professor of hers basically essay her. I think more than essay. I think they kind of rape the R word. Um, and throughout what after that happens, basically like the movie is just like her depression. You know what I'm saying? Like she's um, and while she's going through this depression, her best friend Lydia is this lesbian woman, and she's kind of like her life is like progressing, as like she's like, and Agnes' life is progressing too, but it's just like it's more slow because she's still traumatized about what happened to her. And I found this movie to be it was good. I really appreciate it. I really like the second and third act more than the first. Um, once you once that scene happens, it gets like the movie gets significantly better. Um, because I just felt like it's like one of those like everyday life movies. You know what I'm saying? Where real events happen and they give you like a real depiction of how the woman feel on how the person feels. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily woman because it happens to men as well, but how the person feels. How the person's handling it, and for the most part, she was handling it well. It was just a lot of things that was happening to her that people, there was certain things that was a bit too like a bit too corny. You know what I'm saying? Like when they went to the doctor office and the doctor was being like significantly progressed. Like I understand that it was like real, but it's like come on. You know what I'm saying? This is a movie. I don't think what I'm saying. I don't like again. I feel like that was like an agenda, like for the doctor to be like cold hearted and like what I'm saying. Like I don't think that's like every what I'm saying. Like kind of like generalizing. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like when you make scenes like that you're kind of generalizing the person, what I'm saying, in a sense. I don't think doctors are that harsh, you know what I'm saying? Um, but other than that, I feel like the movie was really good. Like my favorite part of the movie is when he meets like when she starts having a relationship with her neighbor. Cause the guy is sweet, sweet guy, very, very innocent, you know what I'm saying? Um, and she have this sexual relationship with him and it felt like she picked the right choice. You know what I'm saying? Like it just felt like she made and I'm pretty sure she felt like that too. Like she felt like this was like the right person to be dealing with. And it felt very authentic. Um uh there was like a scene where um they was in a tub together and he comes out the tub and she wanted to look at his junk or whatever and she says something about uh how a soft peen is it seems like the right size. You know what I'm saying? It seems like how it should be. You know what I'm saying? Um and I found it kind of like it was like the most memorable scene in the movie. Not saying that the rest wasn't memorable, like, but that feel like that was like was stuck to me. Like I felt like I really liked that scene. And I think if you're if you love not love, but if you love like drama films like this, if you love dry humor and if it's something that you can relate to, like I would recommend this movie. And Naomi Aki, she did really good too as the best friend. I really liked her. You know what I'm saying? Like I really really liked her. Um and you could tell they had really good chemistry with each other. And it was good. It was a good movie. Um I wouldn't rate it that high. 97%, I wouldn't rate it that high. I would give it like what AMDB gave it, like a 7.7. It was a very good, solid movie. So let me see. Now for the main event, and I'm gonna say this off the bat. This this is a good start of a franchise. A good introduction to a franchise of a superhero movie. Fantastic Four. I loved it thick and thin. Again, there were some moments where it was a little boring, a little too dry. But for the most part, it was good. I felt like it was just a good movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget the comics, forget what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to look like, what Galactus is supposed to be. It was a good movie that made sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, um, it's been 4 years. It wasn't like the last Fantastic Four where you actually seen in time, in real time, them getting their powers and developing their powers. These people already knew that you know what I'm saying? Like, it was 4 years to when they before they got the power. So they were already used to, Thing was already used to Thing. And Sue Storm and Ree Riches and Johnny, they was already used to their powers. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, they was rookies, but for the most part, they was used to their powers. And um, I enjoyed the fight scenes. I enjoyed Silver Surfer. She was badass. I really loved, and the special effects was brilliant. Silver Surfer walking through time. Um, uh, they're about to get hit with put in a black hole. Like, I just feel like they did everything right. You know what I'm saying? And even Sue Storm having a baby while they're going through it. It was so many memorable moments in the film that you just had to be like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? Even the fight with Galactus, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people was like, oh, Galactus was nerfed and stuff like that, it was because he has an 8, you know what I'm saying? So pretty he was pretty weak enough for for what happened to happen. That's how I took from the movie. And it was a great movie. Like, it was who was the director? Matt Shackman. Oh, he didn't make a lot of movies. So this is like his first like movie. um but it was good. Maggie Malone. Who is that? Oh. But it was good. It was good. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. There's nothing really to write home about because it's the first movie, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully they have more. Hopefully it's like this. And I love the aesthetic too of the movie too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love how the Thing looks. Um Johnny Storm was actually smart, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like smart in this movie. He's a fucking astronaut. So he was very smart in this movie. Um he did a lot of things that Reed Richards, he was kind of like busy, so he couldn't really do, and he was able to pick up the slack. Um, Sue Storm showed out in this movie. Again, Silver Surfer. What's not her name? Julie Garner. That's her name, right? Julie Garner. Julia Garner. She played a really good Silver Surfer. Um, it was really good. I was thoroughly impressed with the movie. I thought it was definitely better than Superman. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what was going on with that. Definitely better than Superman. So, I got to give it that credit. And yes, so uh, the movies I've watched for the past 2 weeks was thoroughly pretty good. My favorite movie was Eddington, of course. That was my favorite movie with Ari Aster. Um, I don't even know if I talked about the Phoenician Scheme. Like, that was a good movie with Wes Anderson. Like, Wes Anderson put out a banger. To me, I felt that was a banger. You know what I'm saying? Most of the movies that I watched, like the Moonrise Kingdom, I really didn't like. I gotta watch the other ones, the Grand Hotel and stuff like that. Um, Grand Pooba, I think. I said Grand Pooba, but I gotta watch some of his other films. But for the most part, it was a good movie week. It was a good movie week. I recommend all the movies that I watch. Um, except for I know what you did last summer. Don't watch that. That's terrible. Um, but Yeah, yeah. Um, this has been swell, and I see y'all next week. See y'all next week with the movie.